Okay, hi everyone. So I'm here. I'm Alien, and I'm with Gitanjali Sri. This is crazy. I just came to try and talk to her, and then I asked
There
her.
she was.
Then I asked her, "Would you like to do a 10 minutes to 15 minutes interview for Instagram Live?" And then she said, "Yes." I'm very grateful that for your generosity, for your time. How have you been liking Ubud so far?
I think it's an utterly beautiful, magical place. I love the nature around here, and I know that it's the cultural capital of
Right.
Bali.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really wish I could get to know more about it. And I think the festival is extremely special. You know, the Ubud Book Festival, and it's very inspiring, and it seems to have very good discussions. And
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah. I'm very happy, and I'll take your book. So I think everyone has been reading Tomb of Sun. And at Transit, we also sell Empty Space. And the Empty Space. And this one is particularly heartbreaking because it's so for example at Transit we are a bookstore that is we change our collection based on a theme. So right now our theme is called Levels of Life. So we're celebrating stories that specifically focus on different phases of life, and this book is basically
Right. Fits
going
well.
fits very well.
Yeah.
A mother recalling her son's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the Empty Space? Where was the inspiration come from?
Well, the Empty Space is about the kind of about violence in our world today. Violence which has become almost so ordinary that we just accept it as a daily, as a sort of very ordinary part of our daily life. And it is the horror of that,
Yeah.
because it is not obviously violence is something sinister, and it's violence is meaningless. A lot of it is so meaningless. It resolves nothing. It just completely derails lives. So it's really about that tragedy, and in this case it's terrorist violence. And we know that this kind of violence, there are different historical situations
Yeah.
and different stories in different societies, but it plays itself out in similar ways. So for instance, terrorist violence is almost something which can affect anybody anywhere in the world
true.
today. And
Yeah.
you even at this moment I'm sitting on this chair,
Yeah.
and you can almost sort of think that there could be a bomb under the chair.
That's true.
So it's that world we are living in which has become, it's so stupid and sinister, and it takes away from us our right to have a simple, ordinary, happy life. And that is what I wanted to talk about. So the
right.
boy, the narrator in this story, is somebody who, well, as you would know, it starts with a bomb blast.
Yeah.
And in that bomb blast in the university cafe, everybody is killed.
Yeah.
All the students who had come there
yeah.
for admission are killed. And only one space miraculously remains strangely preserved,
yeah,
untouched.
yeah.
It's not affected by that bomb. And in that space, there's a child, 3-year-old. And one of the, one set of parents of a boy who had died in that cafe take this child home and adopt him.
Yeah.
So the entire story is narrated by this child, 3-year-old child, who has come into the home of these parents in place of the 18-year-old who has been killed. And he is living the substitute life
Right.
of the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
But actually, he's living neither the life of the 18-year-old nor his own life.
Right.
And that creates the trauma and the tension of in his narration. And I think through that, I'm just talking of the tragedy of human life, because
Yeah.
this is not what we are meant for, for this
Yeah,
kind
right.
of derailment. We
Yeah.
want some simple things,
Yeah.
simple, beautiful, happy things in
Yeah.
life, and it's all taken away from this family and from this child.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Was there any trigger for
Well,
you?
trigger, there was a trigger, but I think what I would also like to say is that there are many triggers.
Yeah,
Because
true.
this is a kind of thing which is happening every day.
Yeah.
We're leading very normal and happy lives, and the next thing we know is that something like this has happened,
Yeah.
and the family suddenly has lost its right to life.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
leading. It's become symbolic of larger political implications. It's become part of some horrible historical tragedy. So it's like they no longer have the right to just have a simple human life,
Right.
and that is the most tragic thing that can happen to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what I wanted to point
Yeah.
to. Where violence has become something so ordinary. That is
That's
what I
true.
wanted to
Yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
about.
We especially now with what's happening in the world,
In the world, yeah.
we kind of accept.
We have stories
yeah.
like this all around.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. About this, are you sick of talking about the Wolfson after the winning?
Well, no, I'm not
No.
sick of talking about it. I
Yeah.
mean, I always do. You see, the thing is, any book, I talked of meaning when I was speaking out there, but
Yeah.
meaning is nothing which is rigid and fixed. Meaning is always changing.
True.
So, with every reading,
True.
with every discussion about the book, with every single time that you look at the book, there's
You
something
see
else
something
which
different.
comes
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So, to that extent, it's very fascinating.
Right.
But of course, I mean, I also sometimes want to remind people that this is not the only book I've
True.
written.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I am a
You've
writer
read-
already.
Yeah.
I mean, before the Booker, I was a
Yeah.
writer, and I've written some other
Yeah.
books as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. Yeah.
So I have to move a little faster.
Yeah, okay.
Careless.
And can you talk a bit about the book that you're going to give transit? So after you win the Booker Prize, we heard a lot about another book that's tied to Tome of Sand. It's called Mother, and I see, because I'm following quite a few of Indian bookstagrammers, and they read that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it sounds fascinating. Yeah.
Well, Mai is the word. The title of that book is Mai, and Mai means also mother. I mean, in this it's Ma, in that it's Mai. So it's a word for mother. And what I wanted to do in that book was to talk about, to get behind the stereotype of the mother figure. So one thinks of the mother figure as somebody who is bent and who is just looking after the needs of
Right.
others. That is a stereotype. But actually, she is an individual in her own person, in her own right.
Yeah.
And who is that person, and who is that individual, and what is this mother figure about? So it's trying to explore that through the eyes of the children, the daughter and the son, who think that their mother is a very oppressed being and they want to rescue her. But in that journey of them growing up and always trying to rescue mother, they also realize that there is a person there that they don't really understand, who is somebody in her own right.
Yeah.
She looks weak, but she's not weak. We associate strength with somebody who's loud and confrontationist and assertive, obviously assertive.
Yeah.
We never understand that people who are quiet and bent may be doing things quietly
Right.
and asserting themselves
Yeah.
in some other hidden way, and they have their own strength, and you think that somebody else is running the show. Actually, this quiet person may be running the show. So it's about that kind of figure.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sounds like my mother.
Yeah, I think it's with that book I went to many parts of Europe, and when they started inviting me, I thought they were interested in the Indian family, and they were thinking of some other kind of family which is different from the West, women who are different from Western women. And I was really surprised because everywhere they said to me,
Sounds like
this
my
is my mother.
Yeah, sounds
This
like
is
my
me.
mother.
This
Yeah.
is my mother.
That's amazing. Okay,
Yes.
I cannot wait to read that one.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Gitanjali, for
Thank you.
yeah,
Ariel.
for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.